Hey Tina, how are you? Hey Rosie, hey Pearly. Hey Neighborhood Watch. Hey Bougie. Oh, I thought you were Bougie. I seen the pathetic and it looked like Bougie's name for some reason. I'm having a good night. How are you? We're about to have a much more shocking and fun night, so share it out with everybody. And hey Bougie, how are you? It's some news that I don't think anybody would even know would ever happen. Nobody could ever guess it. That's how exciting it is. And that's how shocking it is. The Kool-Aid works, let me tell you. Hopefully you've got your Kool-Aid at the door. By the way, I tricked you with the picture on that video. That was like a nicer picture. We're actually evil, okay? Might not have been disclosed before you drank the Kool-Aid, but after you drank it, yes, we're evil. Hey Mitch, how are you doing? There are sugar-free kinds, and there is the treble pea kind. Hey Nikki. Oh, that's not lemon, okay? That's what we use to stretch it. Hey Mittens. Hey Brucey. We're going to wait for all 34 people to get here. Hey Christina. Hey Kelly. Well, Trouble is going to let it mellow if it's yellow, for sure, every time. Trouble knows how to recycle into the Kool-Aid. Hey Marla, how are you doing? They're there too. I like the background too. This is our cult meeting area. Alright, so there's Trouble did pee on the fruit snacks too, so you gotta accept that as well. Hey Rem, how are you? Hey Bitchy Witch. Hey Boo. Yeah, we are going to, for sure. We're going to get started. For sure. Plenty of people are streaming. Hey Ash, how are you? I just got a text to let me sacrifice to the cult. I'm not sure. Could be why we have fruit snacks and Kool-Aid. Call Celeste and let her know so she'll be less worried. Because she's concerned, guys. She's real worried. That's Rutina's mother. Yes, Bougie has been panicked for 21 and a half years about the twins that she allegedly gave birth to. I don't know where that came from, but they're there somewhere. They're out there. Maybe they'll come in here tonight. Maybe Monster can look in one of her candles, see if one of them accidentally got put in there. Hey, Becky. You might be going through what they call like the Celeste syndrome. You're being super concerned and super worried all the time about the twins. It's about something that you can't even control. Hey, Artie. So don't mind me. I'm going to turn my cult leader on now. Full transparency before this. I'll be honest. I'm trying to play into what Regina's saying because I feel so bad that she's so down bad that she can't get a win. So I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure that she just gets this little fucking win so she can be like, see, told you guys he's a cult leader. Just to make her feel just that much better before I take it away. Hey, Mush. Alright, so I'm no good at this cult leader shit. So, I went to what Regina calls Chat EBT. Don't know why she calls it that. Maybe the EBT cards at the grocery store. Any flavor you want. Now, don't settle for any flavor of Kool-Aid. Now, pick the flavor you want. If you're good with any flavor of Kool-Aid, you're a pick-me. Okay? We don't do pick-me's around here. So I went to Chat EBT and I said, how do I sound like a cult leader? Write me something. And it did. Now I'm going to change some words to it. Because you guys aren't caffeine fueled, you're Kool-Aid fueled. So don't mind me fucking up every now and then. But this is a cult. I'm allowed to fuck up. You guys aren't, though. The second you guys show 1 ounce of disloyalty to this cult, I'm going to bring you up here and bring 6 other people up here to attack you. And then we're going to laugh about it. And then 6 months later, when I need your help again, I will beg for forgiveness and hope that you have a conversation and then settle for no conversation at all. Hey, Lala, how are you? Hey, Scammy Words. Just in time for the cult leader stuff. No boxes just yet. I will box people up. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to do this inner monologue thing, and then I'm going to share the news, and then I'm going to read what was co-written by me and the person the news is about. So, everybody record. I don't know how this is going to come out. This is going to be your only chance to get me being a cult leader, probably. Unless it's fun, then we'll just keep fucking around with it for a little while. I don't know if I can do this, but whatever. It's only on the internet forever. But wait, what? What was that? House of Lies? Did I ever see they asked ChatGPT who is behind a TikTok account? Who did that? And it was me, yes. I'm behind all TikTok accounts. I'm your all-powerful cult leader here. Even right now. Hey, explain. Mimi, you did not have enough Kool-Aid to turn your volume up. Please go grab another glass. All right. We are going to get started this time. I'm acting like Miss Unknown. Unknown how to go forward. Right, Moke. I'm the one posting on Moke's account. I miss Unknowned again. All right, my beautiful degenerates and Kool-Aid fueled children of chaos. We gather tonight not to seek peace, but to summon vibes so unholy. Even Monster and her prime on TikTok would tremble. You've all been lied to by society. They told you to find balance, inner peace, and a 401k. But did balance ever give you wings? Did inner peace ever punch a hole in the drywall? Here, we call that personal growth. That's why we chug the Kool-Aid and flip the bird at conformity itself. Repeat after me, my followers. In Kool-Aid, there is flavor. In getting off TikTok, there is cardio. And in Florida Man, there is unfiltered stupidity. This is what happens when the few of us who believe, the 34 of us who believe, get together and drink way too much Kool-Aid. When the world says, that's enough Kool-Aid, we scream, there's never enough Kool-Aid. I feel like that cup was all trouble piss right there. It was a little yellow, but I appreciate it. When people seek the light, we become the glow of fire and chaos at 3 o'clock in the morning on TikTok. Now, we move on to the next subject. We are going to spread our message far and wide with middle fingers as our halo. In the name of Florida Man, the chaotic and the chronically misunderstood. So mote be it. So mote it be. We have 2 news sections. I'm going to do the least exciting but still exciting one. We're going to talk about Simply Sweet Southern for a moment. Sweet, Simple Southern, whatever her name is right there, the one that right there. But wait, I've got the wrong picture, okay? The correct picture is right here. Simple Sweet Southern. We have a problem with this one here. She just does not want the Kool-Aid, guys. So we gotta. I don't know if we gotta throw it on her, just like splash it on her, see if it goes to the skin like a nicotine patch or something. I'm not sure what's going on with this. I'm not sure what's going on with her, but she just does not want the Kool-Aid. The lipstick color is pretty good. And to be fair, she is a big fan of the Georgia Bulldogs, too, if you look on her page. And, I think we all have to be a menace, because we don't pray here. This isn't a church. This isn't a congregation. This is a fellowship gathering where we're just menaces and fellowship. And every time you see Simple Sweet Southern in a live chat or in a comment section, I want everybody here to ask her, hey, do you want some Kool-Aid? And until she says yes, just, hey, do you want some Kool-Aid? Maybe if we'd bug her enough, she would finally drink the Kool-Aid and get rid of that grouchy ass attitude she's always got. I am insulting this poor dog, but not as bad as Petty insulted his by not feeding it. On to the real news. This is the shocking news. This is the news that I say that nobody would ever expect. Me and this person wrote a story about another individual as we were talking. Oh, we are a delicious drug-free zone here. Scam me words. Pills were delicious. They still are to those of you who still find them delicious. Anyways, me and this person, we've been having a conversation for a little while. And we wrote this piece that I'm going to read next. But first, I have to tell you who it is. That person that I've been talking to for a couple of days now has been Holly Mae. Holly Mae and I have spoke, and when we started talking, it was a little rough, but we came to terms with each other, and we began to understand one another. And really, what it boils down to, honestly, is, and you'll see me in the chat here. Great talk earlier. I'll definitely think about it. The thing I had to think about was I going to put out the reason why that she's afraid to split up from Holly Mae and from Rutina? And that answer is yeah. They've just got too much stuff on each other. And that's really what it boils down to. Holly Mae is afraid that if she steps away from Rutina, Rutina will just go ape shit and just start putting all the chats out there and acting like Rutina does with everybody else. And I feel for her. I do. I did give her some Kool-Aid too. So that is what it is. But you'll notice yesterday with the new people, with Amanda and all them, David and those people, that when Rutina took a box, she gave receipts on Andy, and she wanted to bring Andy down. But if you notice, when they were in the other live, I had texted Holly Mae to go up and help try to save Andy, because in that last live, I told him, hey, Andy just might need a good influencer too. No need to trash her. So when I seen that they were getting trashed, Holly Mae and I agreed that Holly Mae would jump up and try to salvage the situation and try to keep Andy in good terms with those people, because I think those people are good, honestly, and I think they could be a good influence on people. So why not? Better chance than anyone, really. I'm not willing to do it. I'm not equipped enough to be a good influence on Andy. And I know it's shocking. I know Holly wasn't very nice. She was still getting into the groove of things and just being who she is. And right, Bougie. But she is willing to have a conversation with you two privately, and I'll mediate that phone call. She told me that she was sorry for the way that she treated you, and that it was wrong for her to point the finger at you all the time. And really, it went back to the slot stuff and how she was good with slot, and it was just the enemy thing, where she just was on the wrong side of things each time. She really came clean like I did to Mallory, and I hope she does it to you directly. And she will. I'm sure she will. I'll get you on the phone with her sometime tonight or tomorrow or something like that. But do be prepared for Rutina to go absolutely ape shit and start putting shit out. Either that or, Holly Mae may try to salvage the relationship and be like, no, I never talked to him, anything like that. Just let her have it. Let her diffuse that situation as she can. She's been trying to delete chats, and she's been trying to really exit on a high note. But we're going to move on to what Holly Mae and I co-wrote about Rutina. And we named it The Receipt Queen of Super Value. Chapter 1. The Glow of the Fluorescent Crown. Rutina clocked in every morning at Super Value. Her name tag slightly crooked. Her hair slicked into a bun so tight it looked like it was holding all of her sanity together. The store lights buzzed with the same weary energy that hummed in her chest. That static, the ache of wanting to be seen somewhere, anywhere, for something other than restocking dented cans of vegetables. She didn't hate the grocery store. Not exactly. It was her kingdom of control. Aisles she could straighten. Aisles she'd never get voted off of. Customers she could side-eye. Co-workers she could outdo by pretending to care about shelf symmetry. But deep down, Rutina didn't dream of canned vegetables and coupon codes. She dreamed of TikTok fame. There's names that you can't say in here forever grateful. That's one of them. That's okay. Her phone sat propped up behind the register like a tiny altar. She recorded every smirk, every customer from hell, every fake tear about mental health in retail. Her followers, all 317 of them, were her congregation. Every view was validation. Every like was a breath of fresh air. But the algorithm wasn't kind to her. Her videos sat there. Her lives about prison stories went nowhere. She felt ghosted. While others went viral for doing less, Rutina noticed that. She noticed everything. Chapter 2. The Receipt Rituals. Every night, Rutina took home a plastic bag stuffed with discarded grocery receipts. It wasn't theft. At least not to her. It was evidence. Each receipt was a clue. A piece of someone else's life she could put online. She'd spread them out across her kitchen table. Her 1840s style shack lit by one flickering bulb and the eternal glow of her ring light. Her home faintly smelled of piss and candle wax. The walls insulated with failed TikTok printouts and wrinkled receipts from aisle 3. Let's see who's fake now, she muttered, scanning the receipts. Milk, eggs, toilet paper, nothing scandalous. Come on, somebody had to buy something embarrassing. She flipped through dozens, narrating for a potential live stream that never actually happened. Beef jerky and discount wine. Must be a girl's night, she sneered. 2 frozen pizzas. No man's touching that, honey. Then her eyes widened. One receipt said, Monster Energy cans. And lottery ticket Florida pick 3. She froze, eyes lighting up like she'd found buried treasure. Florida Man and Monster, she hissed triumphantly. This is tough to do. This is it. This is the one. The TikTok that'll change everything. She drafted her script that night. Y'all ever notice how people who drink Monster are the real monsters? I see you, Florida Man. I see your receipt. But when she posted it, TikTok's algorithm did what it always did. Nothing. 2 likes, 1 comment. You work at Super Value, right? That was it. Another failure for the pile. Until Rutina realized maybe she needs to add a personal touch to it. Rutina then took her receipts, used the green screen, put them in her hand, and put them up on the screen with a catchy song playing. She lip-synced off cue. She didn't try very hard. It was a single take. 1.5 seconds off per word. By the time the song was done and her speech started about what the receipts meant, she was still lip-syncing. And that got 4 likes and 3 comments. Except this time, all 3 comments were telling her to get better at lip-syncing. Chapter 3. The Green Bean Jealousy. At work, Regina's jealousy grew like mold behind canned vegetables. Her coworker, Gloria, a cheerful 60-something with messy hair and a real boyfriend who picked her up after shifts, was everything Regina despised. Prettier than her without effort, more confident than her without the cruelty. At least somebody loved her, and she didn't have to manipulate them to do it. Every time Gloria laughed with a customer, Regina's teeth would grind. "You're flirting," she'd whisper to herself, stacking canned vegetables with trembling hands. "Always flirting. Some of us are professionals here." That night, Regina went live. "So apparently," she said to her phone, "some of us can't keep our hands off the customers." Not naming names, but if you ever see someone stacking vegetables with a little too much enthusiasm, maybe think twice before trusting them. Her followers didn't take the beat. The comment section, quiet. Except for one viewer who wrote, "This is about Gloria, isn't it?" Regina blocked them immediately. Chapter 4. The Imaginary Groom. When envy and failure mixed long enough, they fermented into delusion. Regina started mentioning her boyfriend casually at work. "My fiance," she'd correct herself, twirling a fake engagement ring she had raised money on TikTok for. She claimed that she bought it from the clearance bin. "He's in construction," she'd say. "A real man's man, he builds things." She made sure Gloria overheard. Soon, her TikTok followers did too. She posted a video titled POV, "My fiance surprises me after my shift." But the video just showed her opening the door to her empty house, smelling like someone just pissed all over the floor. It looked like someone who had forgotten what laughter was supposed to sound like decorated her house. Then came the wedding registry. Then the "we need help replacing our hot water heater." And her followers, few as they were, chipped in. Sympathy money, pity likes, validation disguised as charity. Regina felt powerful for the first time in her life, until one day a coworker asked a question that shattered her fragile empire. "So, Regina, when do we get to meet him?" The silence that followed was loud enough to echo down aisle 5. Chapter 5. The Collapse. Winter crept in. Good thing Regina got a new hot water heater from TikTok. Super value turned bitterly cold. Regina's insulation, made from the receipts of her failures, didn't do much to keep out the chill. Her phone buzzed less. Her views dropped to 0. Even her fake fiancé had stopped showing up in her imagination. She sat at her table one night, surrounded by receipts, like snowdrifts. Each one a monument to obsession. Expired coupons, random purchases, lives she'd try to borrow. The Florida Man receipt lay on top. The one that was supposed to change everything. She picked it up, stared at it until the ink blurred, and whispered, "You were supposed to make me somebody." The light in her ring lamp flickered out. Chapter 6, The Final Return. I'm gonna let it sit now. There was a couple lines that were like really mean in that bitch. Like Holly Mae really put in some fucking good ones. Like the boyfriend stopped showing up in the imagination. I gotta give her credit on that one. Okay. Hey, Breezy. Chapter 6, The Final Return. When she came into work the next day, Gloria was promoted. Customers greeted her cheerfully. The store manager called her a team player. Bertina smiled through gritted teeth, scanning groceries with robotic precision. Find everything okay today? She asked. A man buying, of all things, a Monster energy drink. Her hand trembled as she handed him the receipt. She almost said, "Can I keep that?" But she didn't. For once, she let the paper go. And as the automatic doors hissed open and closed, the cold wind carried that crumpled receipt into the parking lot, fluttering away like a ghost she could no longer chase. That night, Rutina patched a hole in her shack's wall with a fresh handful of receipts. She didn't bother reading them to anybody. The paper rustled when the wind hit, like whispers from the life she could never live. Her phone lay silent on the counter. Her reflection in a dark screen almost looked peaceful. For once, Rutina didn't press record. And outside somewhere in the Florida in the Florida night, a Monster can rolled across the asphalt. Half empty, fizzing faintly, waiting for someone else to to tell its story. Which, if you didn't get that last part, that was about what Regina did. But at the end, any questions? Thank you. This is our cult meetup background. I'm the cult leader here. Jade, I unknowingly, you probably drank some Kool-Aid on the way in, and now you're a part of the cult. No defects. Like you can't go anywhere else, sit anywhere else, do anything else, talk to anybody else. It's like strictly like me, and I won't even answer 100% of the time. Hey Sharon, I'm joking, by the way, Jade. That's not like that here. It's just people say I'm a cult leader, and I might as well let them have that, man. House of Lies, I appreciate that. It is eerily similar to something. Already, the story can have pictures to it. I'll tell you what, I'll go through it, and I'll see what I can do about pictures. I don't think I have any pictures for it, though. I got Sweet Simple Southern. Yeah, that's about it. I got this one right here. So this right here, go ahead and screenshot this. If you don't want the cult behavior in your live, make this your background. Okay. This is the Smashley ward where she's telling the evil to stay back. Everybody likes picture books. But there was no picture book tonight. Let me check that. I will be right back. My God. What? This is proof here that nothing ever leaked. Let me tell you, we're about to see some pictures, okay? Yeah, the title of the book is something, The Receipt Queen. It is The Receipt Queen of Super Value. But prepare. We're going to show things that we do not worship here. This is one of them. Let me go on ahead and get that back up there. This is picture number 1. If the live goes down, my bad. This is the Receipt Queen of Super Value right here. We're going to change to another picture. She looks a lot meaner there. That picture right there is when she looked at that receipt and said, fuck, it's only canned vegetables. Can't use the canned vegetable receipt. This one here, she might have seen something there. But it was just a Florida orange, not Florida man. She's thinking about it, though. She's thinking about it. She's like, maybe I can twist that right there. Yeah, she's thinking about it. She's thinking about twisting it, for sure. She's really putting a lot of thought into that. She's like, how can I make this out to be what I want it to be? How can she make out this Florida orange's receipt to what she wants it to be? To the thing that's going to make her the top of TikTok. Here's this one. She's pissed. She can't find nothing she can twist in that receipt right there. She's got to keep looking. You know how lazy she is and jealous of people who get done early. And she's ain't happy, guys. That Florida orange receipt will never work. Y'all will never believe it. Not one time will you never believe that Florida orange receipt. She is so mad about this. Hey, free spirit, how are you? And then we go here, and here we have her saying, well, back to searching through these receipts. You know, she picked them up off the parking lot. She picked them up out of the aisle. She picked them out of the trash cans. Her imaginary boyfriend gave her that ring. She promises. On that wedding registry, if she can imagine him, she can be wed in her head as well. That's totally not a scam. That hot water heater, she used it a couple times a month. The value wasn't the only thing super value. The stink was too. She sees potential in this receipt. I know, Miss Chaos. Somebody's got to come take all of my devices, every single one. This is cult leader me. It might be a thing. I see why Petty does it. She sees potential in a receipt here, guys. She is looking. She sees something hopeful. She's got this. She's really got it. Look at that face. Look, it changed. She was like, is it? And now she's like, is it really? Like, and her voice where she stretches out the last end of each word that she does on a sentence. She's like, Mallory does it perfectly. Honestly, I'm gonna write something up to where Mallory is gonna come and read Rutina's parts for what she says. I think Rory too. But she's seen that receipt. Oh, she found something, guys. She found something. What did she find, though? Did she find something good? Who thinks she found something good? She's thinking. She's like, yeah, this is good right here. This will do it. Did she finally find a receipt on me? On Florida Man? Or did she find Jade? We don't know, but she's looking up like, I'm not going to have to put this receipt in my wall as insulation. This one's going to be the one. She might have read the receipt, actually. She only looked at it the first time. When she's seen it, I actually don't know what she thought, but, she's seen it and she's like, what can I say about this receipt? And then that whole time from when she went from here from here, so this from her expression here to here to this one to that one and to this one was 4.5 hours that she made those facial expressions just stuck without reading the receipt. Yes, it is. But then when she finally started reading the receipt, she's like, I don't know. Let's see what she does. She's trying to hide behind somebody else right now to kind of get away from the shame that she feels. It's normal routine of behavior, though, with hiding behind somebody else when she feels ashamed. Who knows? That's who Rutina is. She feels ashamed and she hides behind other people. And then what happens is all of her people leave her every single time. Rutina is always left by herself because nobody likes Rutina because she is such a piece of fucking shit. Like, straight up. Like, I cannot name one person on this app that is worse than Rutina. And there are people that are like, Florida man's a piece of shit. That's me. I know I'm talking in third person. I'm a cult leader. I'm supposed to. But y'all ain't even y'all ain't even compare. Holy fuck, the shit that she's done. The stuff that she did recently, digging up the DB video off of someone's child's Facebook, to the playing Monsters 5150 video, to contacting an abuser, an actual rapist, and weaponizing them against somebody and their child that was a product of it, to the taking a photo of the child and sexualizing it and spreading it around and calling CPS, and the fake boyfriend, the imaginary boyfriend, was a real thing. Like, it really was. She made up a boyfriend just because someone else had one, and she thought that she couldn't be equal to them without a fake one, and then just used it to make money. That's Rutina. Weird. If we can learn one thing about Rutina, I guess it's we can do whatever the fuck we want and still not be trashed for it. Have people over there. If you can find someone else that has told the truth on enough people, you can sit there and be like, well, I'll hate bond with you guys, just like they got called out for last night. Boxes are open, by the way. Yes, boxes are open if anybody wants to take a box. If not, I'm just gonna keep going, and that's probably not like the best thing for Rutina, but it may be for me, for all of us. The day Rutina logs out of this app and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna do something in real life," is the day I think we can all party. We can all have a good time. You've been seeing me go a little far on TikTok lately. I've posted Rutina's mother's information. She's concerned. Somebody should give her a call. Ease her worries and concerns, because Rutina's mother gives her cars that she then drives without a license, and her mother knows this. She's also uninsured. Let me go get the stuff. Rutina swears to everybody, I have a license. License, Rutina. She always says, no, I wasn't. I was not driving without a license. Well, here's her newest driving under suspension. 9/26/25, and that's what 10/5/25 initial appearance. Yeah, Tina has lied to you. Do I care? In a general sense of this woman has 4 felony DUIs, yeah, I mean I do, because if you can't not be intoxicated, please do not drive. Like there's a reason you don't have a license, man. You are a danger to society on the road. You are going to hurt somebody, their family. It happens all the time where people who are unsuspecting, driving normally, driving right, somebody like Rutina with 4 felony DUIs makes it a fucking 5th one. And that family is never the same. To be completely real about the driving with suspension, that's a nothing charge. It's a nothing. She'll probably get a 20-second slap on the wrist for it, but it's the probation violation that comes along with it. Because I believe she's on probation for the exact same thing. Yes, Sherry, but you don't have 4 felony DUIs, do you? And you're not on like probation for that. She is. Lest her mother needs to stop giving her vehicles and enabling her driving, because when Rutina takes out a family and makes that family never whole again, it's going to be on Celeste too, as well as Rutina. And Celeste works at the sheriff's department of the next county over. So it's wild to me how the sheriff's department would. So, I mean, it kind of is what it is, but Celeste has to take some responsibility. That's why I put her shit up there. I put her job's Facebook up there at the grocery store too, because y'all can go comment on that page, but be careful. It'll put your real name out there. Go make a burner Facebook and then go comment on the page. Tell them your experience personally with Rutina. Let them know that, hey, this woman is actually a danger to a whole ass community. She was ran out of a whole town. An entire town was like, no. When she did her little GoFundMe scheme, that is what it is. But she needed to be transferred out of that town to do a fucking trial, because they were afraid they were not going to be able to get a fair and balanced jury, an unbiased jury. She will never be able to get a license again. Her license is revoked for life, I believe, after the 2nd felony DUI. How you get 2 after, I don't know. If she has 4, I don't know. I haven't looked her up all like that. All I know is she has way too many felony DUIs to even be driving. She admitted she was driving. The charge right here, driving under suspension, would indicate that she was driving. You don't. It is a threat to the public lighthouse for sure. And it's a bigger threat to the public because she is a true habitual DUI offender. Like, she does not stop. Like, there's a good chance that they might have tested her blood or something and it just ain't updated yet. Or I just ain't fucking looked at it yet, honestly. Because I can't tell you the last time I looked at it. It would. And if she's got a problem with like prescriptions, I'd like to address Myrna, the person that got prescription pill fraud on her record. I believe Myrna from Reddit. It's Myrna, MYRNA000 on TikTok. I believe she's selling Rutina the stuff through the mail. I have no proof, but someone I'm talking to might. Or they might not. Depends on how the breakup goes with him, I guess. Either way, the path forward is we're either going to get a lot of information out or we're not. But let me tell you, the Kool-Aid works. Conversation works. I checked your bio. There wasn't nothing there. So, when you go into Rutina's live and you see people gaslighting her, like, no, go, Rutina, go. Just know they're only saying that because they want to see her fail. She's already so down bad that she made up twins for Bougie. Like, she created children that she could trash because there wasn't any more left that she could find. We don't like her fucking with real kids like she always does, so she'll just make a couple of them up, right? And who does she point at? Bougie. It's weird behavior. I'm not sure why she does it. Apparently, Bougie is the villain that, from Holly Mae's own mouth, helped her build her platform to where it is because she was able to incite people and get people to follow her, make people feel unsafe about an individual, and they would huddle around her. And Rutina's trying to do the same thing. So whenever it happens, and you see Bougie, me, and Holly Mae up in the box, and we're all good with Artie, with all the people that Rutina turned against everybody, with Monster, with everybody, do know that Rutina is 100% the problem. Holly Mae is also a bit of a problem too, don't get me wrong. She's very problematic. She's very guilty in the stuff that she told me that she did. The group chats, the Ruthless and Ratchet chats, the other group chat that Rutina didn't know about, where it was just her and Duffy, because they didn't really like Myrna either. That's the dog I keep showing. I named it acetaminophen that last time. What did I name it this time? One second. Let me go see what I named it. I named it Sawyer. That's what I named it. So, Myrna's dog is no longer named Murray, no longer named acetaminophen. From this point forward, that white dog I keep showing, his name is Sawyer. Sawyer. Don't worry, guys. Unlike Petty, this cult leader knows how to take care of an animal. I'll feed it, even if I have to go write bad checks to buy its food. I'll make sure it has toys, even if it is bad check chew toys. I'll make sure it's clothed, even if the clothes say, "Why, Mom?" while it's chewing on a bad check. Because Rutina traded her child for bad checks. Rutina was with a man named Josh, and since the imaginary twins want to come up, I will tell this story. Yes, we take care of our fur babies over here. I am a cult leader that is a responsible pet owner. I will make sure Sawyer is fed, has plenty of bad checks to play with, and plenty of clothes that say, "Why, Mom?" It's also the worst thing to trade your kid for. Because when Rutina was with Josh, Josh's family owned a business. It was a construction business. I'm sure you've seen the percopter video that I made making fun of her helicopter ride. And if you didn't, It's great. You really missed a good one there. It took me like an hour and 45 minutes to make because it just wasn't good enough until it was. So let's get the better background up because we can't be like petty and just leave stuff up. Here we go. Back to the call. I'm your leader. Remember, listen to me and sneak around and do independent research afterwards. So, Regina was with Josh, her baby daddy, and Josh's family had a business. It was a construction business, and of course, Regina weaseled her way into the family business because, well, she was almost family. Not quite married because Josh would never marry her. It wouldn't happen. She's never come to terms with that, but it's okay. Anyways, while Regina's doing the nothing job that they gave her, Regina proceeded to write several checks to herself for cash from her boyfriend's family. This story right here. So from the boyfriend's family's business, she wrote several bad checks to herself, thousands of dollars. She got caught. Did she get charged? No. Josh kicked her out and took the kid. This was after Josh mowed down a man on a bicycle while he was drunk driving. Drunk driving really runs in that family. On both sides. But Regina, without fight, said, "It's easier to cash a check than it is to be a mom." She went on her merry way. Exiled from that town. Never really able to go back. The guy, he made it, but one second, let me get this right. Hey Brenda, how are you? But Josh did not make himself with any healthy co-parenting, any child support payments. Josh feels it's easier to not go after child support because then he would have to deal with Regina. While Regina sits on TikTok wishing her boyfriend wasn't imaginary, that it was actually Josh. But all that work put into being a mother, that's a lot of work. And that's just, if we know Regina's never really been about a lot of work. It is what it is. Now, would it be nice if Josh got a couple payments? Sure. Will he? No, not at all. Probably not a one. And that's just the way life is for Regina. Carrying on TikTok, driving without a license, wrecking with no insurance. Celeste, her mother, lives in a constant state of concern and worry. Not for her daughter, but for the trouble that she may get into. Because imagine being that closely related to Rutina, being Rutina's mother. I bet you Rutina thinks that she can control her mother, everything she does. I wonder how much money she gets off her mother. I know the shack that she lives in definitely was hey, you can just sleep here because you don't do anything anyways. Take your receipts from work and re-insulate it after you play your little game on the internet. Celeste got tired of her little games on the internet because her little games on the internet didn't last 2 hours. They lasted 2 years. And every month, another DV story was uncovered, broadcasted on Rutina's platform, or someone else's by Rutina. Another abuser was contacted. Another trauma was played, picked apart, and criticized by a woman who was asked, have you ever been in any situation like that? And her answer was no. To turn around and say, Rutina's words, that if you're drunk, it's not essay, declined education and tripled down on it. All of her friends co-signed it. No, we can't bother Rutina with that. Rutina will flip out and she won't like us no more and she'll do us like she does everybody else. That's what your friends think of you, Rutina. Your friends want to go away. They want to move away from you. They want you to go away. That's why nobody's backing you up full force on this one. Notice how you got way less support and how I'm getting no shit at all for putting your shit out there, for posting on your job's Facebook of your behavior, for creating a group in your town's Facebook saying victims of Rutina, Lavala, please step forward. Notice that. Notice how I didn't get no shit for putting your mom's information up. I'm just free to do what I want, right? When it comes to you, I'm pretty sure that freedom means somebody's got to make you go away and get off this app because you're not safe for people. You're not safe for anybody. If you're going to contact one person's abuser, you're going to do it again because you said you would do it again and you stood on it. If you're going to play one trauma across the screen, well, guess what? You played two, and the most recent one was just the other day. If you're going to make up imaginary boyfriends just to make yourself feel superior or equal to somebody who actually can get one, that's a problem that you got. If you're going to take vulnerable people off of the internet, lie to them, and say, I'm finally getting married, guys, and all the middle-aged grannies in the chat are like, the ugly one got one, finally. Let's give her a couple bucks. That's not right. Notice how nobody's doing shit. And notice how I was in that live last night the whole time. The chat was hatefully cheering me on. And all I seen in that chat was, go get Regina, get her off this app. That's all I seen. They were saying, you doxed her. And I'm like, I did. And I'm going to do it again. That video's staying up. I'm like, and all the cheering on of doxed her, you doxed her, all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take that to heart. And I'm going to keep on doing that till you decide to walk away. It's not about force. It's not about do what I want you to do, because there was a time I actually liked you, but you're dangerous to everybody around you. Your friends are concerned that you will contact their abuser. Your friends are concerned that you will use information that they told you in confidence against them. Your friends are concerned that you've already DM'd people their personal and private information that you should never tell nobody else if anyone trusts you enough to tell you, like you did me, right, Rutina? When you DM'd me Holly Mae's story, and I said delete it. And I said, because it's not your story to tell. That was the first red flag. She has shown us who she is, and we should believe her. This is more cult-like rhetoric, so let me get this back here. Regina has shown us who she is, and for the people that refuse to believe it, well, there ain't that many of you. Most of them just don't see a way out without Regina attacking them. Because if you leave Regina, she's going to tell on you. She's going to drag you across the app. She's going to sit there and be like, yep, I got to do this, guys. They're a piece of shit. I'm not. She's going to use their trauma. I do too. Stained glass windows are cool. Regina would use their trauma like her friends have watched her use other people's trauma for years. And the sad part is that everybody except one was a former friend of Regina. When Regina took the picture of the child, sexualized it, sent it around to everybody, twisted and warped the story on it, called CPS. The person that she did that to was a former friend. The same one she made up the boyfriend for. Hey, KT. When Regina contacted a rapist and said, I believe you didn't do it, what rapist is going to tell you the truth? There was a child produced. She did that to weaponize against someone else who exposed that her boyfriend was imaginary. Why did she do the child picture? Because they exposed her GoFundMe. Because Regina was acting all prim and proper like she was some high up whatever. What happened after that was exposed? She did prison story lives with Regina, where she would sit and tell her stories from prison. And that worked for all of no real time at all, because really, with the way she talks and how she drags on them words, and there's no charisma there at all. She tries to talk with some sort of power and some sort of like confidence, but it just doesn't resonate that way with people. It sounds whiny, annoying, and fucking weird. Add Scammy Claus to the mix. I'm uninstalling the app. I ever run across a live that has Scammy Claus and Regina in it side by side, my ears, our ears collectively, the world's ears collectively are not ready to handle that type of abuse and punishment. It would be worse abuse and punishment than Scammy Claus put Jen through for over 2 years, over 2.5 years, 3 years, however long she did it. Long time. Voices can get fucked. But she needs to. She needs to go do something. I don't know what she needs to do. She needs to borrow Scammies, Petty Pounders, Pastor Blasters, the whole array of them. She needs to go do something other than yell on this app over nothing. If Voices, if you're in here, you can take a box. You're invited. I'll have a civil conversation with you. Might even recommend where you can get your own Petty Pounder 6000. The High Note Woodwork Shop, owned by Scammy Claus. If I have to have that visual in my head, so do all of you. Now, granted, I didn't have to have that visual in my head, but there's something wrong with me. Okay? We know this. I'm a cult leader. There's always something wrong with the cult leader. Now, you see, the petty pulverizer is something that Scammy Claus has been trying to perfect for the longest time now. She's got the Petty Pounder down up to the 9,000. She's got the Pastor Blaster down up to the 9,000. But I think she's got to get both of those up to the 10,000 and put them together, and that might make the first generation Petty Pulverizer. The Petty Pulverizer 1,000. We'll see. We'll see if she gets there. She probably will get there. Now that idea is in my head. Maybe she can give it to Rutina, and Rutina can find something else to do with her time, rather than be nothing on TikTok while acting like she's everything. They don't like you, Rutina. They just hate me. And if that's the type of like that you'll accept, maybe you should just full on, pull a Smashly, go from okay lives when Malibu's not in the box to crying in the comments with the burners about me, where she belongs. You belong there too, Rutina. Matter of fact, you don't even belong there. You belong further away. Because guess what? That burner that's got 00, you're going to find out who it is. And it's some random old lady. You're going to pull up her DB records from 1962 and fucking put them on this internet. You just need to be off this app. You need to go seek therapy. You need to go fix what is wrong with you. There's something wrong with you, Rutina. That's the most genuine way I can put it. Anybody who is willing to broadcast, dig for, find, watch, figure out how they can fucking word it on the internet, go to the internet, play it, and make a fucking joke about the girl, and then define domestic violence in the fucking wrong way, there's something wrong with you. And that's just that situation. Anybody who is friends with Rutina, if you are not telling her to seek therapy, you probably should. You're not a real friend. Rutina, if your friends are not telling you to seek therapy, they are afraid of you. Do them a favor, walk away from them, uninstall this app, and get away from people that you have actually hurt before. Because everybody that you have encountered, you have done no good for. What is your friend group now? How much fighting and argument and bitter and resentment and all that is within your friend group? How many times do you just disagree and get that little anger in all of you? Anybody listening? So I tell you, with all of mine, there ain't none. Everybody over that way, I feel it's so unserious. And they're over there stomping their foot and pointing and being like, we need help, guys, get him. He's a lunatic maniac, Charles Manson cult leader. And I'm over here like, I can change my name to Pathetic Florida Manson. And I can do a cult leader gimmick for a little while. That's okay. I'll try to make you right in that. But you ain't fucking right in nothing else, because the only way you can be right is with a little bit of fucking help and twist and shit from the other side. Okay? I can only make your argument look so strong, Rutina. That whole, I manipulate people. Okay, guys, I'm manipulating you into doing independent research and not listening to my word alone. I don't know how many times I've said it, but if that's manipulation, then sure, I'm manipulating you into thinking for yourself. I don't hear Rutina say that. I don't hear Rutina say, go have a conversation with Florida Man. Why? Because you know they would have a conversation with me, and I'm gonna fucking tell them the truth. Yes, so now we are the pathetic, manipulated frauds that are in a cult. Except for Mittens. Mittens is the pathetic, manipulated, pick-me fraud that's in a cult. And only Mittens gets the pick-me line because Mittens is a pick-me, okay? That's fair. The pick-me gets the pick-me, because if there's two pick-me's, y'all can't fight over who's the biggest pick-me, okay? We can all be equally pathetic, equally manipulated, equally frauds, but only Mittens can be the biggest pick-me. I choose Long Dick Clay 87, like in Pokemon. Real Pokemon, check my page. New release. I think he's number 87 too. I cannot watch that video. I laugh too much every time. I know it's coming. Even though I know it's coming, the second I see the suspenders and what looks like torn denim up his ass crack, I lose my shit with the Pokemon sound behind it. Mallory is the hostage of the cult. We don't understand social normalities, and Mallory, she has Stockholm syndrome with us. She is stuck with us because she knows she can fix us one day. And as your manipulative cult leader, I'll tell her, yeah, you can. Keep trying, Mallory. We claimed Mallory. Not a sentence I ever thought I would say, but I'm glad I'm able to say it. Mallory is not a bad person. If you're hating on Mallory, have a conversation with her. If you haven't had a conversation with her, well, what are you hating for? And if you're too afraid to have a conversation with her, it's probably because you did some fuck shit and you're worried that she's going to be like, go fuck yourself. But if she does, she deserves to. Kind of is what it is. I was wrong about Indian Outlaw too. Well, no, the Cheetos goes to the cult leader. That's Mallory's tribute to the stick figure shrine is the Cheetos. Yeah, Mallory, we are super serious here. We got to keep the utmost serious tones in this cult. We're definitely like not one of those cults that don't tell you that we're a cult. We tell you. We're not a congregation. So here's the difference between a congregation and a cult. A cult will tell you, hey, we're a cult. Go think for yourself. A congregation will be like, hey guys, stay here, listen to me, and the dumbest ones of you will stay and listen to me. And cheer me on when I do whatever. Cults have Kool-Aid. Congregations make you sit there with dry mouth. The communion wafers ran out years ago in the congregation. The wine, Sunshine took it when she left. Yeah, Mallory is nice. But if I say Mallory is nice, guess what? Guess what Regina's going to say? That I'm just building Mallory up to burn her down. And let me tell you, I wouldn't want the heat that I would get if I did that. Because my God, 90% of you who liked me before me and Mallory got along would no longer like me after that because you would see it as a dick move. Over in this cult, we're painted out as malicious. I'd rather be painted out as malicious than malicious with a chicken in my ass. Consider it karma. Big white vans are the vehicle of choice of this cult. The biggest difference I could say between a cult and a congregation is ain't nobody posting. Let me go get the screenshots. I laugh when I go get the screenshots. That's why I read that and I'm like, fuck, I gotta laugh now. I'll be right back with some more screenshots. We're gonna go through some cultish activities that we can all do to recruit more. The chicken image should be in all of our heads of a sign that says no congregation. I'm back. We are going to go over the cult-like activities that we can perform. And these cult-like activities can be done by anybody, everywhere. So everybody grab your Kool-Aid, get your refills. Grab a Cheeto Puff for Mallory. And I say puff without an S because Mallory's still new over here. And I don't know if she wants to share more than one puff with everybody. If she gives you two, well, that's great. That's progress. So, if we've all got our Kool-Aid and we've all taken a sip, make sure to swish it around. We swish Kool-Aid here with Trouble's piss in it, not jizz with Petty's kids in it. So, what we can do as one big, happy, independent thinking cult, you know what? You can have the good ice, Nikki, because the other ice will go to the congregation with the candy. We can go put around missing child support for Sawyer flyers on comment sections all over. That way, we spread our reach wide. We know that all eyes are on those missing child, damn it, Nikki, missing child support payments for Sawyer. You really fucked me there, Nikki. That's not a typo. That's missing the whole word. We do not get chicken and biscuits and crackers. Here, we just have Kool-Aid and Mallory's Cheetos. That's communion. So, you can go put missing child support flyers up for Sawyer. We can get that far wide. We can find one of them at least somewhere. Next thing that we can do as a happy cult is we can go to Jennifer, anybody who really follows Petty, and we can say, hey, would you please carry this over to Petty and give it to him? And a 55-pound bag of dog food. That should be plenty. But we have to be considerate, okay? We can't put all the work on one person. We have to split the work up. And we have to be considerate to those who cannot read. So we go to somebody like Petty Parole Officer and tell Petty Parole Officer, hey, Jennifer has the food. Can you take the instructions on how to feed the dog to Petty? I know he can't read the instructions, so here's a visual reference for him. And from that point, our job is done. We have provided the food for it to eat. We have provided the scripture for Petty to learn how to feed it. If he does it, well, that is on him. If he doesn't, do know he didn't. He starves his dog. We can do kind acts, offering people Kool-Aid. Here, this individual was a little bit confused. So something that she's seen with her own eyes that did not happen. I'm not sure where this poor lost individual thinks they are, but they're on the side of TikTok where your own eyes means nothing. Because your own eyes means you've lied before, you'll lie again. Now, I approached this individual kindly and I said, hey, do you want some Kool-Aid? And I referenced other confused individuals in this to be like, hey, there are other people that are confused. Here's their story. Not no intimate story ever, but here's their story about TikTok. Rivka had this argument before. She was proven wrong and driven to have some weird eye twitch. That short-circuited her POTS, which led to her BPD failing to activate. Good thing that Pharaoh Boy was there for her to mount and ride off into Kendra's left shoe. Receipts have been shown, but apparently not read or watched. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Dora, Rutina. Have a sip, but save some for Pharaoh Boy. It's his favorite flavor. Purina Kool-Aid. Now, when you offer these people Kool-Aid, you have to remember, do they have to share it with another character that's there? I'll never forget about the Pharaoh Boy. That and the chicken. Rivka and I could become cool one day, and I would still talk about the Pharaoh Boy. She would just have to be okay with the jokes. That's a kind way to offer somebody Kool-Aid. We can give advice to other creators, even if we're not liked. This right here is 3 blind mice. They don't like me. But still, I can give constructive criticism. I raised my hand kindly. I said, can you put googly eyes on one to accurately represent Malibu? And then I said, I'll see myself back to the hated section. Kind, polite, constructive criticism. Even for people that aren't the biggest fan of you. I'm trying to help them be a little bit better with constructive criticism, Christina, because the googly eyes on one of the mice really would make that account stand out. And they do have a good video on there where Malibu sexualizes her son and fantasizes about riding her son and his buns of steel and breaking her toe. Really wild night with her son. Wild as fuck. Okay, go watch that video. They got hate videos on me too. Watch those. That's cool. But that video of Malibu and her son, she mistakes her son for her husband. She's already in the wrong spot. Then starts talking about his buns of steel and how she broke her toe on it. Done with that. I don't know. It's on 3 Blind Mice's account. It is. It is insane to watch. Like, Malibu is just like, well, I was horseback riding with my husband. I mean, my son. And you know how he's got buns of steel. I broke my toe. It goes off onto something. The only thing I got from that story is Malibu fantasizing riding her son, and she broke her toe on his buns of steel. That's all I got from it. She was googly-eyed one way and the other. One eye on the phone looking at Petty, one looking at her son. I don't know. It really fucked me up a little bit. But remember, guys, I'm a cult leader. I'm a little fucked up there. She can cry that Malibu wants to fuck her son. I don't. It's weird. So, we can also do kind things like offer people Kool-Aid in a different way. When they're comparing somebody like Monster to Malibu, you can tell them, you just approach them kindly. Say, hey, you want some Kool-Aid? Monster is just fine. That's not a nice comparison. Have you ever had a conversation with her? You must be dehydrated and delusional. You're lucky I'm here with wax-flavored Kool-Aid. Have a sip, quickly, before Monster shoves a candle in your ass. That's a fair warning, okay? Samantha, yes. Cults do not have therapy rooms. Congregations don't either. But congregations don't even allow therapy. We here let you independently think and choose if therapy is right for you. You can do other cool things. Here's one. Did ChatGPT give him a psychology degree recently? You can be honest with people completely. You can tell them, hey, you want some Kool-Aid? Get off the app. Literally nobody wants you around. You're a deranged individual with extreme jealousy issues. Take a sip. It's karma flavored. You can be honest with people. That's all we want you to do is be honest with people, be kind to people. And you know what? That's kind for Rutina. She still got to take a sip of Kool-Aid if she wanted it. But don't drink Kool-Aid and drive, Rutina, because I know your Kool-Aid is spiked. And here we have the search for Miss Unknown. I put the map there. It's like, hey, if you want to join in on the hunt, because apparently Miss Unknown fans are here, maybe they want to fangirl out over her. Maybe they'll help us on the hunt for Miss Unknown. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. What else do we got here? We can do as a call. We can do this. Yes. It's Myrna000. That's the one that we'll just get to it here in this comment. She says, it appears they're bothered. I approach her. You can take a box door. You're good. We can talk. I approach Myrna calmly, politely, kindly, and say, want some Kool-Aid? I understand you might be skeptical. It's not a fraudulently obtained prescription that you could sell to Rutina. I named your dog acetaminophen. Coincidentally, have a sip of this acetaminophen flavored Kool-Aid. We'll pause at this one. I'm Dora. I don't know what's going on down there, but this is a cult over here. And when the cult demands answers, we politely ask, why did you lie, Nikki? What did they lie about, Nikki? If you want to request a box, you can.
Me and OG just now saying that I paid for those nails that their Tease Mod Jenny ordered when I didn't. Only thing I did was offer to pay OG for those nails. Like, y'all are literally saying I paid for them. Like, why are y'all lying? Like, why are y'all lying about shit? I offered because I felt bad because OG was out of time and money that she spent on them nails. But I didn't pay for them because she said they wouldn't work for me.
Did Dora come in here?
Someone says she was in here.
Can any of the fine cult members go over to Dora's and be like, yo, Dora, can you just come over and take a box? Like, it's easy. She's not going to get yelled at. She's not going to get screamed at. It's just that weird shit needs to stop.
Yeah. Definitely needs to stop. Just stop lying. There ain't no sense in lying on people to keep shit going.
If she's not willing to take a box, this is a very neutral platform. We see what happens when I go on other ones, by the way. The whole hate group comes out in numbers. All 4 devices just cheering me on to keep doxing Rutina in the chat. That's fine. We're a nice, calm, sane, reasonable cult here. And I'm sure after I finish up our cultish activities here that she'll be willing to get into a box. I hope she reconsiders.
I just want to know why you lied on me and OG for, because that was bullshit. But my mouth is hurting, so I'm not going to argue with you or not. But just stop lying. Like, seriously, stop lying. I'm okay. Just my mouth is sore.
Still from the tooth?
Yeah, I had it pulled yesterday, so it's a lot better. It's just sore.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah. But I'm all back down. So, Dora, when you want to have a conversation about why y'all lied, let me know.
And I'll tell you what, Dora, are they listening?
Probably.
I'm going to finish up our little cultish activities that we can do because it's fun. And then right after I'll warn you when I'm at the last one. And if you don't want to just come over here and have a calm, peaceful conversation, I'll light the streets on fire with something I know about you that you don't want me to say. Let's see how many we got left. We have 3 left. We have 3 cultish activities left, Dora. I'm not forcing you to come over. I would love to set the streets on fire again. Been doing it. Okay, I'm back. Can everybody hear me? All right, Dora, we got 3 left after this one right here. We already did this one about Myrna, her dog that I changed the name to. Fuck, I cannot remember that dog's name for nothing. Just like Regina can't remember how to be a mother. I think he does. Yeah. So the second I put up the last picture, like we get done with the 3, and I put up that last one, I'm gonna show you why I'm the Kool-Aid cult leader. Because I got a message and it said some really fucked up shit. And I wasn't going to take it private with you because I don't think it's anybody's business, but it's sure to set the streets on fire. You're going to have to answer that question to many, many people probably, instead of just why you lying on Nikki and OG. But to continue, more things that we can do as a functioning, happy, cohesive cult. Sawyer, there we go. You can go to videos that are poorly misinformed, that are trying to make ET out to be racist for whatever twist or turn or reach. Maybe bring him an ice pack if they pulled a muscle on that one for sure. And you can say, she looks like an alien. I'm confused. I only have Kool-Aid. I'm fresh out of Ecto Cooler. And show them that she does look like a fucking alien. Like, I've said that forever. I've said that on lives before. Go back. When I green screened this picture, I was like, look how the neck moves. It looks like one of the Alien versus Predator. But when she was defending Dennis, it was Alien and Predator. Like, does nobody remember those jokes? I've been saying she looks like an alien forever now. It ain't new. Madam Sparks does not accept Cactus Cooler. She needs the Ecto Cooler. Okay, that is her only drink that she will accept. 2 left, Dora. You know what 2 is, Dora? 2 is a couple. 2. A couple is you, your wife. We can go to lives and we can go to comment sections where we find horribly misinformed people. Not misinformed in the way of they truly believe what they're spreading around, but misinformed in the way of they want to do it just to be a dick. So you can go up to them and you can kind of say, want some Kool-Aid? And tell them, You're spreading false narratives about a man for no reason, other than to harm a woman on the internet. It's disappointing that you would do that. No Kool-Aid for you. Stay trash. It's okay to not give everybody Kool-Aid. Okay? Not everybody deserves Kool-Aid. Feral Trash Panda absolutely does not deserve Kool-Aid until she gets up and apologizes for the fuck shit that she said. I think Feral Trash Panda needs to make a very public apology. Accusations like that should not go around, and Trash Panda, I do offer it to everybody. I did offer it to Feral Trash. I said, want some Kool-Aid? And during the conversation, I realized she didn't deserve any Kool-Aid. I feel like she can stay trash. It's twisting and manipulating with a cult. Remember, hey, Shell, it's offer everybody Kool-Aid, but then determine while you're offering, do they deserve it? And then Feral Trash Panda is a great example of somebody who does not deserve Kool-Aid. Let me repeat that. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Jules. Or Julie. Feral Trash Panda wanted to go on Smashly's platform and spread a wildly false and hurtful rumor about a man, and she did that to hurt somebody that's on this app. And let me tell you, that man ain't even on this app. You could say I did the same thing with Smashly, but I say two birds, one stone. It happened on her platform, and she called me a P3DO. So I'll do it right back to her, both in one. To a man that isn't even on this app, and to her. Don't like it done to you, please learn. Don't do it to other people. Farrah wasn't even a part of anything long enough to insult anyone. Yes, she gets on my nerves too. I think she's a little dumb. And not dumb in like the low intelligent way. Dumb in like the no common sense, does not know what they're doing, has no idea what to do. Following that crackhead Miss Unknown around is what does this. One left, Dora. Yeah, I tried to give Panda as much credit as I could because she's apologized to me twice for some shit, but she gotta apologize so much for that. Like, she needs to just apologize and sit the fuck out. No more hating on people for Panda. No more problem solving for Panda. Let anyone else be the problem solver. You do not contribute to the solving of the problem. You make it worse. It is disgusting what she said. And if the person who it was said about to hurt, if the person who it was meant to hurt wants to say anything else about it, they will. I agree, Mallory. And I don't care who thinks that's mean. I've seen it myself. Andrew does say rude things about others and then cries when it's pointed out. That's not mean. That's constructive. It's the truth. Hey, Indianella, how are you? One left, Dora. You know what one is, right? You know how to count to one, don't you, Dora? You in the chat. Oh, I've been saying it a lot, Riri. Me and Mallory actually agree on a lot of stuff. Once we talk. You know, because our prior conversations were, let me find something I know we don't agree about and argue instead of, you know, there was the rare occasion when somebody went into Lisa Richards' chat said that shit. And I'm like, no, Mallory wouldn't do that. But that was like so rare. I'm good at Indian Outlaw. Now we just have the most evil and devilish conversations privately. All the people that are Mallory haters are now me haters, and they're like, we know they're plotting, and yes, we're plotting. We're plotting to evilly take over the whole app, aren't we, Mallory? Or was I supposed to say that out loud? I don't know. Remember in the beginning, the stupidity that I have? That's probably that. They are terrified, Mallory. They're like, Mallory, just know, Florida man's going to build you up and burn you down. Just know that. And it's like, why are y'all so like fearful of it? Like, two people getting along, and y'all's tripping over it. I see why, because Holly ain't talking to me. Like, I get the fear of like that you have that you're trying to project onto other people. But yes, if it makes you feel awful and horrible, and if it scares you, me and Mallory are plotting like a motherfucker in the chats. We are just going to take over this whole side of the app with Cheetos and a white van that's better than voices. Power couple. But I'm only power coupling with Mallory because I really want to get a little closer to Mr. Mal. Yes, Kool-Aid. I want to offer Mr. Mal some Kool-Aid because at the end of the day, you can only have one father in life, but anybody can be your daddy. Yes, he cannot know about any of this. Last one, Dora. One left. You know how to count to one, right? You in this chat, Dora? For the last cultish activity that we could perform today is being gracious. You can find Queen of Blessings in a chat, and she said she forget what she said, or her BP will be up again. Fair enough. I don't know the context on that. My bad, Mallory. See, we're disagreeing already, Regina.
To screw me over within like the first 10 seconds of opening your fucking mouth.
You do have an attitude, and Regina might be right about you.
Well, fuck Martina. But also, like, you didn't have to do that. Now Mr. Mallory's asking me questions, and I thought we talked about this.
We did talk about it, but you're the one that sat next to him. You're the one that let him hear the iPad.
Well, you could have at least asked if I was alone first.
I know we weren't supposed to be texting each other because Mr. Mal's like, don't trust Florida man.
Well, but Mr. Mal just thinks I cheat on him all the time, so I have to, I can't talk to other men. Everybody's going to know all of our fucking history now.
Well, I think Mr. Mal's just hiding his feelings for me. That's why he's like trying to push me away.
He does laugh a lot at your jokes, but no. Now he's giving me a look, and it's not a good look.
Tell him he can look at me.
You can look at Florida man. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody ever would, but yeah.
Is this our friendship exploding?
Pretty much. Like, fuck. They all told me you would screw me over in 2 fucking seconds, and look at you.
Well, I got to get over you to screw your man.
Well, I mean, you know what? You're not fucking Cartel, so no, you don't get to.
I know I'm not Cartel, but I had to try a different approach than Cartel.
On a serious note, really quickly, I did want to say the comment that Queen of Blessings is making. Joyce was in the hospital for a month, and the first time that she came up into a box was on my live, and some people came into the comments and were saying things, and she was having her blood pressure tested right at that time, and it went up pretty significantly, which made us all tell her she needed to get off because it was clearly upsetting her. So they all really don't give a shit about all the shit she's been going through because Queen of Blessings, if you knew what she was diagnosed with in the hospital, you probably wouldn't be fucking thinking it's hilarious. Actually, you probably would because you're a big ass piece of shit who sat in the box the other night and laughed at a goddamn grill joke as it pertains to DV, and also said that I deserved a blanket with gasoline soaked, a gasoline soaked blanket thrown on me in Petty's box.
I was nice to her too.
Yeah. Well,
For
a
like
lot
the
of people are
longest
nice to her, and she talks a lot of mad shit about them all behind their back.
That is people showing you who they are.
Yep. I've heard about some of the things she said about Smash. I've heard about some of the things she said about Petty. I've heard a lot. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, people talk. It's insanity that, like, I don't know. But I think it's funny that they think Joyce's health problems are a joke to them. So if something happens to Joyce, I don't want to hear a single fucking one of you bitches act as if you gave a damn because you let Andrew run your fucking mouth on her 24 fucking 7. And Andrew talks a lot of shit. I said what I said. I will stand on it because I've seen the comments he's made and they're not pretty. And y'all act like we're not allowed to stand up and say that Andrew's doing something wrong.
Is he still in hospice?
I think he got taken off of hospice.
Okay, good. Well, fuck Andrew then. Don't be a dick. Be
So I'm just
nice.
here for like 2 seconds to confirm what Mallory said. Like, yeah, y'all, I mean, if it were your mom, you wouldn't fucking think it was funny. But it's okay. People are disgusting. They're gonna be rude. They're gonna say what they want. But I promise, if you were talking on, or if someone was talking on your mom's situation and it were the same as my mom's, it wouldn't be so fucking funny to you guys. But it's okay. In a box for fucking 5 minutes, I'll do it. And if she wants to get in a box, guess what? She's a grown woman and she will. And the nurses will tell her to get out if she needs to. Okay, anyways, that's all I really wanted to say. And quit talking on my mama unless it's like Mallory or Florida Man or someone, because I know they'll defend her. But like, in an evil way, y'all quit fucking talking about my mama because it is crazy.
To do so. It's a good example. Be picky about your Kool-Aid flavor, flip-flop. Don't be flip-flopping about your flavor of Kool-Aid. Only Mittens can accept any kind of Kool-Aid because Mittens is the biggest pick-me. I do try to be. Even with my response to Queen of Blessings, I said, want some Kool-Aid? Oh, you already got some from Petty. That's fair. I'm not a competing cult. Are you sure, though? It's Petty's child abuse conviction flavored. I'm not a competing cult for shit people. I will stand firmly and say that Queen of Blessings is a shit person. All right, so here's the Kool-Aid leader pop figure that was sent to me so kindly by somebody. I can't put no facts out about this at the moment. All I can do is say what I was messaged. While I give Dora time to get over here and get into a box before I say it, I will say that I urge you to do independent research. Whether that independent research means DM Dora or go into Dora's chat and start spamming it with the question. Right? I did not receive one DM about this. I received about this. If I receive one DM with something without any kind of like proof to back it up, I'll disregard it. If there's two, I will kind of look at it, but why did two people? There could be two people fucking around. I get three or more. It starts to get a little more valid. It's that repetitive thing that I was talking about. Why did I get 4 separate DMs? You gonna request that box door? You gonna come over here? Or are you getting nervous? Well, anyways, I got 4 separate DMs that Dora, Ruggs, her wife, Mama J, I believe that's her wife. So she can go do her TikTok stuff, or she can get a break, or something like that. I got 4 separate DMs about that, Dora. Right, trouble. I don't know anything about it. Independent research is always welcome. But it's also super easy to just come take a box. And if you take a box and go, okay, I'm going to DM you some shit after this, because there's other shit that I got told that we probably need to talk about, Dora. And I'm not trying to shame you. I'm not trying to bash you. I'm not trying to get people to attack you. But stop lying on people. And I'll stop saying shit I get DM'd. Apparently, I got 4 separate DMs where she rugs her wife to get on TikTok so she doesn't have to go take care of her. I don't know anything about her wife. Okay. I never got to know her. I don't know if she's disabled. I don't know anything about her at all. I know she did a TikTok and then she mouthed the N-word a couple of times on a couple of TikToks. And everybody kind of overlooked it. But shit on Bougie for saying when you're home you say it. And didn't even say anything to their partner. Just as they did Regina, who spelled out the word with fucking glee. Okay? That's what this call's about. It's about doing your own. This is not a congregation. This is not an echo chamber. Don't believe anything for me alone. Even if the proof is 100% there, I still encourage you to do your own independent research without attacking people. Right, Bougie. I don't know who should be brought into it, who shouldn't. Honestly, I know how hard is it to come take a box. How hard is it to be open to conversation? How hard is it to not lie on people and do your research? Or, a good way to do research, Dora, would be to DM Nikki, DM OG. They're pretty open on their DMs. I don't know why everybody wants to make like Nikki, OG, Dora look bad. Not Dora, but Nikki, OG, Bougie. Why do they want to make them look bad? Do they know something? I know Rim. Brittany says, Queen of Blessings said, it's okay. Regina spelled it out because she didn't mean it malicious. The same person that said Bougie did, right? Weird, because Bougie didn't mean it malicious. This is coming from the same Queen of Blessings that made fun of somebody in the hospital. Right. I even offered Regina the same that Bougie got for me. Conversation and proceed, you know? That's it. Conversation and proceed. But I wanted to watch Regina get her ass fucking chewed out by fucking everybody, like everybody fucking tried to do to Bougie. Y'all selective as fuck. What do you know about Nikki, Jenna? What I would recommend, if you like Dora, if you're a fan of Dora, fan of T, tell them it's okay to take a box in the same live with people and just resolve stuff. Because guess what happens when you don't want to resolve stuff? It turns into a fucking Regina situation where it's just like, you gotta go. Now, are they far away from that? I don't know. But damn, just take a box and say, hey, what's up? If you lied, you lied. It is what it fucking is. Get over that embarrassment, and I guarantee you'll feel much better telling the truth than you ever did lying. Mother Moon says, can we get wild and mix the cherry and lemon Kool-Aid together? So you can get wild and mix the cherry with Trouble's Piss together. Right, own it and apologize. Do you know how hard it was for me to say, hey, Mallory was right about some stuff? I know I use Mallory as an excuse a lot because it's like everybody knew that we beefed forever. It wasn't. It felt good. Do they not understand that it feels good to be honest? We've all been drinking the mush. Lying is more of a thrill to them. Having to remember all that shit is wild. Does Dora have a notebook next to her? Is that what's in her backpack? Is that why they were called the Backpack Crew? They just had a backpack full of notebooks they wrote all their lies down in? A little side pocket full of pens when one ran out? I do too, Rim. It's just wild to me why, like, I got an invite to a place I've never been before. They were talking on me, and I went right in. Did I get blocked? Yeah. But I wasn't going to let them think I was going to do anything to them. I was going to tell them, hey, I have a history with the people that I'm doing this to. I have no history with anybody else. I can't read your name. Oh, Lucid. Hey, Lucid. I have a history with all the people that I'm doing it to. I don't go this far with anybody that I have no history with. So there's no worry about me going after anybody that I don't have any history with. Honestly, there's no worry about me even having a conversation with anybody I don't have a history with, because some stuff just isn't my business. The people have been asked, the people that have been asked to mind their business, well, that might have been the last straw for me. Breezy, you got to get better glasses. I have an idea. Breezy, since we're the evil cult. Well, Breezy, hear me out now, okay? Not one time did Meg say I stole glasses, so you could probably see if she's got any. I hope that made a few of you chuckle. Hey, Drop and Go, how are you? Now that we're back in the evil part of the cult, yeah, ask her. Right, Trouble. You only ran to your phone because we're back in the evil part of the cult. We're in the evil waiting room. Lucid's got it right. All hail our leader, Florida man. And Mallory, keep feeding the Kool-Aid demons. They won't take the live again. Megs is going to suddenly find a pair of glasses missing that she never owned, and she's going to be like, oh, glasses are missing. I can say for certain that Regina is setting and a very bitter, angry live right now, saying, look, everybody, I told you he was a cult leader. He's got the Kool-Aid and all. She ain't got no fucking problem with that fucking trouble at all. 30 of them bitches. I'll pass means I'll pass. It doesn't mean get online later and try to falsely accuse somebody, Megs. Because we can talk about it. And I ain't shaming on nobody's numbers. The more, the better. You got 200, 250, great. I don't give a fuck. But not that many in that short time. Like, I mean, have I? Yeah, probably. But I didn't know. But when you're flexing them, well, me and Holly Mae talked. I don't know if she's ready to quite split yet. But give her time. She's just trying. We all know Rutina. Like, they're all really trying to find the proper time to just go. And I mean, I think really bringing that DV shit up on this app was the proper time to go. Like, not a damn one of you said stop. I have had hamburger helper, yes, Jenna. I actually really like hamburger helper. Eileen, can you comment in the chat real quick? You're not in trouble. This is just a call procedure. I have to ask you a question. Unless you want to take a box real quick. It's a good question. Nothing bad. I'm not gonna be the congregation and invite 6 people up. Do you have both arms? Eileen, do you have both arms? Left and right? Or does one of them happen to be missing? I did, Nikki. I did. What are the odds there are two Eileens with missing arms? And Eileen, if you have a missing arm, just okay. It's a joke, okay? It's a cult joke. It is a very horrible cult joke that, as if you got both arms, that's fine. Rem, does she have both arms? I just have to make sure. Hey, Muffin Man, how are you? It's a tattoos and Cadillacs joke. Okay, yes, she's got both arms, everybody. It is not Tattoo's mother. I'm doing good. I appreciate you. You're good, Eileen. So there was this woman that we all knew. And the only reason we all knew her, yeah, I'm just kidding with you. The only reason we all knew her is because I dug her up and drug her across the app. I did eventually find her arm, though. I did try to put it back on, and then it fell off. There's a whole album that I made about that. I didn't know how much further I could go with it. And the only further that I could go with it is to go actually piss on her grave. I mean, if I find out Diagnosis Amnesia Talk is Bobby, well, I just had to piss really fucking bad, Bobby. Couldn't make it out the graveyard. This is evil cult stuff here. This is spitting contest today. We're not doing the congregation spitting contest because the congregation don't spit. They cup, swish, and swallow. We say funny stuff to make people spit liquids out of their mouth. Hopefully not the Kool-Aid. Stuff's expensive. Pokemon, the new Pokemon. Did you guys know there was a new Pokemon? It's on my page. It's number 87. Long Dick Clay 87 is the newest Pokemon. So when you're out doing Pokemon Go, it's got the special attack where it bends over and it shoots a cannon of Pringles right at you. Muffin Man, I don't know what I'm doing. This is all just, you walked into the cult. This is cult behavior. And he has a strength against other Pokemon that are related to him and smaller, where he does triple damage. When you approach a wild Long Dick Clay 87 on Pokemon Go, you don't throw a Pokeball at it or a Master Ball at it. You got to have the special Pringles ball. It doesn't catch it like it normally would. He sits down on the Pringles ball, and when he gets up, Clucky the Chicken is in there. It's a special edition Pokemon that's only found in Long Dick Clay 87's rectum. That's only in Pokemon Go. But when you go to like put Clucky out, its special move, it only has one move, that's it. It's find the nearest Pastor Petty asshole and go back up in it. Oh my God.
Mr. Mallory has a question. He wants to know if that's the special edition that includes the $3,000 bracelet.
The $3,000 bracelet. I think you got to find Long Dick Clay 87 in full uniform. He's like the shiny Pokemon in full uniform.
He's fucking laughing. Okay, thank you. All right, I gotta...
Valid point. Great question. Yes,
That was a good question. I mean, we all want a $3,000 bracelet, but not all of us have army fatigues. So,
right.
Yeah.
Or cars with our girlfriend's tags on.
True. I've already made it clear to Mr. Mal I won't help him rob a Macy's. So, there's that.
Right.
God damn, there's going to be a lot of clips tomorrow. All right, I'm dropping. Thank you.
Yes. Enjoy the clips that you're a part of because we're evil and we're plotting. So yes, Mallory brought up a great point. The shiny version of Long Dick Clay 87 is in full military uniform. That's the only way you can get the special edition $3,000 bracelet. But once you get it, you have to avoid the commanding officer or they'll take it back away from you. See, it does come in holographic and normal, but the only difference is the holographic one. It's only holographic because Petty, instead of swishing and swallowing, he rubbed it on his face for his normal skincare routine. Tinfoil hats are for the Scam Busters Association. Okay, we don't do that. If you're interested in the Scam Busters Association, please, for fuck's sake, be one of Petty's like middle-aged grannies. Okay, he won't fuck with you. Don't be like 18, because he'll probably try to touch you. Yes, free-spirited. You were hanging out in a very free-spirited cult. Hazmat suits are optional. Beanies are also optional. As long as they got a stick figure on the beanie, sure. The hazmat suit, as long as you're able to put your middle finger up, sure. You already drank the Kool-Aid, free-spirited. But we do encourage independent thinking. This is a cult, not a congregation. Mr. Mal is absolutely correct. When you encounter the wild Long Dick Clay 87, you'll hear a familiar sound as you're approaching it. And it's children screaming, "Hey, can I have muffins?" With no response. That's how you know you're getting close to the elusive Long Dick Clay 87. If nobody knows what I'm talking about, it's a video on my page. It may still... It got taken down once. I won the appeal, surprisingly. Totally surprised about that one. Muffin Man sure is in this cult. Mallory's correct, yes. When you approach him, he is initially trying to throw muffins at his kid's face because they're being too loud for his live stream, for his stardom, for his micro celebrity status. I'm talking double micro, and I might even be talking about triple micro because his celebrity status is micro. He's 5'7", that's micro. And anything on a 5'7" frame, well, it's going to look a little bigger than it actually is. Everybody is allowed to bring a pet except for Long Dick Clay 87. He has no pets on him. yes, the terms of the evolution where the kids who set fire to the living room is Long Dick Clay 87 has to be speaking actively about kids setting fire to a living room. And then that is the only way that it will happen. What does Sherwood need? Okay. So I would like to apologize. This live is on the way down. We just got a rare sighting. And what I mean by rare sighting, I mean, it was like incredibly rare. They heard the kids, they heard everything. We have encountered the rare Long Dick Clay 87. And what do? We don't have a Pringles ball. Anybody? Does anybody have a Pringles ball? We're never going to be able to catch it with a Pokeball. He's running through the forest. Fuck, he got away. And there's Regina looking into the distance of the woods to see if she can catch a glimpse of Long Dick Clay 87. He's running to Scammy Claus's chickens to get him another clucky, make himself shiny. Alright, back to evil cult shit. Even though that was the definition of it. She really does need that filter, and her damn eyebrows. She needs. I applaud your friends for one thing and one thing only, Regina, and that's making you look like an asshole by telling you your eyebrows look good. They doing that shit on purpose, and I've always laughed about that. I hope I'm not the only one that's always laughed about the fact that your friends tell you that your eyebrows look good, and they gas your ass up to get confident enough to get on camera with them bitches. And I'm over here. I've always laughed at them. Everybody's always laughed at them. Muffin Man, the payment is less money and more just another sip of Kool-Aid. Yes, the eyebrows. Holy shit. I applaud her friends for gassing her up to get online with them bitches, because if I cared about somebody, I'd be like, you gotta do something with them. Just stamp them on. Just uneven and all. They ain't sisters. They ain't cousins. They're like fourth cousins. They're safe enough to have a baby together. Regina would settle for a first cousin. Hell, she gets all left swipes on Tinder. That's why she always says it goes left, because that's all she ever sees on Tinder. Maybe she can take some advice from Megs. Maybe y'all could get together and Regina can get her Tinder advice, then use your trauma against you, Megs. Because that's how it ends with Regina every single time. But yes, when you see Regina live, hopefully we don't, but if you do and you hear her say, well, it went left. That's her saying. That's her talking about Tinder. But nobody else can say it went left, because then we bring up her Tinder trauma, where she never gets a match. Let's advise Regina on how to do her eyebrows. If we can have a Chris Kanko's Brawl experience, we can have a Regina eyebrow fixing, where we can take Retina's eyebrows, and we can fix them several different ways. And if she goes live anytime from now till I go live tomorrow, that is what it will be. We are not professional eyebrow fixers over here. We were just talking about the wild long dick clay running through the woods on Pokemon Go. Good catch. Not a single right swipe, but it matches her awareness career. Not a single right thing. Maybe Retina's destined to go left. Left on Tinder. South on the app. South with morals. She has one single moral. Did you know this? Retina might be one of the only people on this planet that has a singular moral. And that's to act in what's in her best interest. Some people consume food. Some people consume food and friendships. But Retina, she consumes food, friendships, and trauma. And she vomits that trauma right back out on this app. You already signed in. I think Trouble does have the crayons. She was... I don't know what she was pissing on them, I think. Well, I'm the one that consumes souls. Hey, Mama Jax. If y'all missed this live, let me tell you, the clips that you're going to see tomorrow about this shit is going to be so funny. Even though they're going to talk shit about it and be like, what an awful person. Please, everybody hate him, please. And they're just going to get the same, like, I don't know, 200 people that already fucking hate me. Okay? But y'all cannot say that this shit was not funny. Because if you do, then me and Mallory is going to plot in them DMs super hard. And we're going to come up with something super evil. And we're going to do it. I don't know what it is. We've already seen Mallory and mine's friendship explode tonight. Over Mr. Mao. Worth it. But then we made up. She came up here and kindly reminded me about the $3,000 bracelet, Long Dick Clay 87, that we had to find on Pokemon Go. Well, I want to be a little more than good with Mr. Mao. We're good. Just want to be a little more than good. Well, you see, if you type small deck clay 86 into the Google chat bar and hit images, you probably won't come up with Pastor Petty. But if you type in long dick clay 87 in the chat bar and click images, you get panels of images, everybody. And I mean panels. When I say panel, it is like 30 pictures per panel. Every kind. You could make a full, like, stop motion Pastor Petty running out of the room. He's just in suspenders and what looks like ripped up denim shorts that go up his ass crack. And one of them. Right. And also long is relative when it's on a 5'7" frame. If Petty was like 6'3", it'd be less of a sword and more one of them little cocktail knives that you put in the sandwiches. Do you remember when Petty's lives were this fun? And not a single time has somebody been attacked in the box. Where'd your personality go, Petty? Did Clucky take it with you when she left? Petty has always kept his personality in his prostate. I believe Clucky pecked it away. The Clucky is what I named the chicken that he put in his ass. I did the news earlier on Rutina. Rutina got to go. Rutina, if your friends ain't telling you, you have to uninstall this app and get therapy. They ain't your friends. They're gaslighting you to fucking fail. They want you to get hurt as bad as you hurt other people with their trauma. And you got to go. Like, I ain't being mean, I ain't being forceful, but there's several hundred people that ain't even in this live that think you got to go. Your friends are only around you, once again, because they're afraid to step away from you. And I'm not doing that in the same way that you try to do it to me or other people try to do it to me. But you'll use their fucking trauma against them. Let me get another picture of Rutina. Okay, I took a screenshot of a bunch of pictures, everybody, and yes, Scotty J, I'm absolutely telling the truth. Panels of pictures, isn't it? So here is Rotator. Okay, she does kind of look like a potato. She also thinks like a potato too. If there's one thing I can compare Rutina to, is a fucking potato. If you sit there and you think about it, what is a potato sitting there thinking of? You would get exactly Rutina's thought process. Nothing. When you pick up a potato and you throw it, well, it just goes the way it goes. When Rotator goes on a mission to do something, it just goes recklessly forward. Now, here is a small preview of the blank canvas that we're going to use for Rutina for her eyebrow fixing game. Okay, and it will be a game everybody's welcome to. This is a rare photo of Rutina without much of an eyebrow. Okay, she's got like Very light eyebrows in this picture. So we are going to be able to fix the ungodly eyebrows that Regina has. Now, I don't think she's wearing a mask, fair. This is Regina for sure. Dennis only gets a little rocky downstairs when an 18-year-old's around. Who the fuck is Rocky Dennis? This is Regina. If I'll change it. I'll change it. It's a bad picture of Regina. I know. I shouldn't take the unflattering pictures and put them up like Petty does. Let's take a look at the facial expression of Malibu looking at Regina. Yeah. She's looking at that phone. That is definitely not Pastor Petty on that phone, so she is horrified. She's begging for one bicep look from Pastor Petty. Boy, this has gone downhill quick. This is Malibu taking a double take with her googly eye at a single Pastor Petty bicep. You see how she's got her eye on one and her head's kind of turned, but she can still take her other eye and put it on that same bicep. Oh shit, Smashley's requesting a box. And she brought Malibu with her. Damn. Why does Smashley walk around with Malibu in her own box? Look, Smashley wanted this beef. Okay, she started it. She's like, I'm gonna get clout off of this because I'm gonna lie to the blank, empty, anonymous numbers, and they're gonna project my lies. And Florida Man's going down, and the Mallory's done. She's not laughing at any of this, guys, at none of this at all. I am. I happen to think this is funny. This is my time on the internet. You like suspenders, Muffin Man? Oh, the suspenders on Smashley, or the suspenders on Long Dick Clay 87? Because we got two sets of suspenders here, Muffin Man. Yes, Malibu, the Malibu who pop figure does come with celebrity friends, but you'll never find them. I had to verify which suspenders she was talking about. Beer salt straight consumed can cause heart palpitations, smash. I think that also could be why she's so salty, honestly. Yeah, she was down on it right after she offered money to